What's up, boys? Let's go.
That's it.
Hell yeah.
Good
One
evening.
more.
Hey.
Hell yeah. What's up, boys? What's happening, Drake?
What's up?
Feeling wonderful tonight.
This is,
Love
I am
it.
looking forward to this. Welcome to Cigar Talk Live. Welcome to Cigar Talk Live. Cigar
That's
Talk
easy for you to say.
It is Wednesday.
Hump
And
day.
you are back in after 6 months abroad. And
Yep.
I just cannot wait to talk about life and how your life has changed, because it hasn't been 6 months, although it feels like it.
Yeah.
It has been 3.5 years. And let's talk about what happened over the past
So
3.5 years.
how was our show on Tuesday?
It wasn't as good as tonight's.
Okay, good, because
That
I
was
was
in the
wondering. You
past,
said
brother.
today's
That was
Wednesday.
in the past.
And last I checked, it was
those of you who are
Tuesday.
joining, welcome, Cigar Talk Live, and make sure you are commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing if you're on YouTube.
All that good stuff.
All of the social things, help us out, help us spread the good word, and let your friends know why you smoke cigars, because that's exactly what this show is. Because Drake was asking, what is this show? This show is a glimpse at what it's like to smoke a cigar. A little bit of nonsense, a lot of real conversation,
Yeah.
good connections, human, community. Cheers, boys.
That's
Start
it.
this show.
Cheers.
I like that.
Yep. Salute.
Salute. Salute.
Cheers.
Here's one more here.
You're not
And
drinking
cheers to y'all for joining.
anything
Thank
tonight?
I got bubble
Cheers,
gum.
guys.
Ah,
I got a little bubble gum.
Ah.
I took a little drink with them backstage just to make
How'd
sure
that do?
that it's good. I'm feeling good. Audio's good. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you for helping us set up. To the right, stage right, we have our esteemed guest of the evening. This is Drake, and I already forgot how you say your last name.
Paven.
Haven.
Yep.
Drake, in 90 seconds, will you just give these fine folks your life story?
Drake Paven, originally from Rhode Island, lived in the Frisco area for a few years. Moved back home to Florida a few years ago, but now back for work, and it's a pleasure to be back and see you gentlemen.
That's
here.
awesome.
And I love cigars, and it's such a great place to be back and hang out. I always feel like I'm home when I'm here.
Well, that you are. This is
Yeah.
your home. We just run it for you. Agent, how you doing over there?
Doing good. I don't know if I see industrial on live feed though.
Yeah, I don't think there was a notification that went out.
I didn't see notification. Cigars and Guns is live,
So
which
this
is
is
weird.
very important for you guys to hit that share button and tag away. You know what? Let's just give some stuff away to just start chumming this up a little bit.
There you go.
Tag a couple friends and hit that share button. Comment done when you're ready to go. And we would appreciate somebody to please tag up Larry Adams, Julie Adams. Drake,
Yeah.
Sure.
how did you get into cigars? Let's talk a little bit of cigars. At the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I actually started when I was 17. I was an
Nice.
assistant manager of a cigar store
nice.
back home in Rhode Island, and did that for a while. Then I got promoted to a manager of a cigar store in Providence, Rhode Island. So I did that for a while I was
That's
in
cool. Shit.
university, and did that with university, managing a cigar store, and I was in the Army Reserves. So it was kind of all of those three things together, and the cigars just the smell smelled fantastic, and it always was a way to relax. Even at a young age, even when I was too young to smoke, I was just absolutely enjoying them. And
makes sense to me.
just the people that would come into the store and the people that I would meet just helped me grow up. They always give you a little advice and so forth. And I just really, really got into it. And every time I travel a lot for work now. And every time I travel, I just go search out little cigar stores and kind of just go meet the people and so forth. And now I'm back in Frisco after a few years, and it's just great. I mean, Brandon remembered my name right away after 3 years, which is amazing. It's just that's
Yeah.
the type of people
Right.
that you
Yeah.
meet, you know. That's the difference. So
I can't believe it's been that. You know, you just
No.
you see somebody and you can't believe it's that long.
Yeah. So Drake used to live in my neighborhood, and in
That's
our,
right.
Yeah, in our Facebook page, you put up that you were selling the drawers for the New Year, right? And I was like, boom, I'll take them.
Yeah,
Whatever. I don't know
that's
if they'll
right.
fit, but I'll take them.
I hope they
So we
worked out
met-
for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. We talked a little bit.
Yeah.
And you told me you were moving, so
Yeah.
great to see you again.
I know,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to a wonderful place like this. It's like
Yep.
it's like nothing, no time ever passed. Like you
Yeah.
just meet people.
That's right.
And it's like, hey, how are you? Like I remember you. I appreciate you. I mean, where else do you find such a place? Not even at a bar.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
No.
And that's exactly. I'm going to bring this just a little bit closer.
So you-
because
so you
have just an
said-
incredible voice, but I need these people.
You said that work brought you back. What do you do?
I work for a software company.
Okay.
So I do a supply chain for a large software company.
Okay.
That does all kinds of amazing design capabilities.
Nice.
He was touching on something which actually is a big reason why industrial is the way that industrial is now.
Yeah.
Which is every time you travel, you find a place.
Yep.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit, kind of tales from the loungy.
Yeah.
Think about a time that you were traveling and either stumbled into a good one or stumbled into a bad one. Yeah.
I think I've stumbled into more bad ones than good ones, for sure. And because like all of us do that are from industrial, we compare it to what we receive here, right? The hospitality, the cleanliness, the attention to detail. You don't see that in other lounges ever. Hardly ever.
What's a memorable lounge experience that you guys have?
Oh, I got to go in. Y'all
You
go
got a
ahead.
good
I'll
one?
save it for last.
Oh, okay.
Save me for last, yeah.
Well, I mean, really, when Andrew was doing his golf long drive stuff, we were traveling all over the country. And that's when we had kind of decided that we wanted to get in the cigar business. So we thought we would go around and visit these shops all over the country looking for what they did right. But we realized we created a bigger list of what they did wrong.
Right.
And made sure that we did make that part of our model.
Yeah.
But cleanliness and things like that is kind of an afterthought for some of these shops. And now I notice, like for me, ashtrays, big deal, right? Clean ashtrays.
Huge.
And I've been to shops that are the shop in town and find out that the crew that comes in the morning empties the ashtrays from the night before.
God.
So you can only imagine A, what the place smells like, B, what the mountain of ashes looks like. It's just, that type of stuff just kind of drives me crazy. But now I know Andrew went to a lounge in Florida and they about got in a fight. I mean, these guys were giving him a hard time, and you're from Dallas, and just odd, but
It's tough to get into a fight in a cigar lounge.
it's tough. It's tough.
How's that even happen?
Yeah.
I guess you're arguing over Nicaragua versus Honduras. Like who's the best?
No, how about all I smoke is Cubans?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
you got that guy, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
What's
That-
a memorable lounge experience for you?
I think they're all memorable. I've had some terrible ones and some fantastic ones, but I don't forget any of them. I mean, that's just it. I mean, I've had some. I remember walking into you just made me start thinking a little bit, walking into a humidor in upstate New York, and they heated the walk-in humidor. And it was like all the cigars were splitting. It was terrible, and I felt so sick after smoking a cigar. So, but I'll never forget that. And I remember wonderful ones like this, where it's like all like perfectly controlled, and it just makes you appreciate finding the good ones, right? So it's always a little bit of a hunt.
Putting heat in a humidor is not
I mean, right?
advisable.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
We were
That's
doing
horrible.
that, admittedly, a couple weeks ago when it was 0 degrees out.
Yeah, we had to put heaters in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is...
just to keep it 70.
I remember going to the place in Omaha, Snickle Fritz. What was it called?
Nickelby's.
Nickelby's.
It looks like a science experiment on the walls with the fur that's
Do
growing
you
on it.
remember when we sat down
It's
in
terrible.
that little room where you could smoke? And I thought, what? Do they have like safety screens on their deal? And I touched to see if it had safety screen, and my finger was just black. I mean, it was just all tar. And then I felt bad. I felt like, man, I just like this 40 years of tar built up. I just broke the seal.
And they had like a ceiling fan that looked like a freaking chia pet. It just had this fur and shit all over it. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's...
We always say hi to those guys at the show. They always come up and say hi to us.
Nice
but
guys.
I was going to get them a case of Windex for Christmas just so they could, see if it could break
You know
through.
what? Maybe they're thinking that, like the old diners where you just like build up the grease and adds flavor to the food.
Not so much.
No,
it
not the
has
same.
Yeah,
No.
not much.
Different
there's
concept?
flavor.
No.
What's your
It's a bad experience.
That's actually what I was looking for.
Yeah. So this is in San Antonio. I'll not say the name of the lounge. Very popular lounge. But we were sitting in their private area, and as soon as we sat down, we walk in, buy our cigars, right? Go to the back. Never did an employee ever go back and check up on us. Our ashtrays start filling up. So here comes this guy, not a member. I don't know how he got there in the first place. Sat down. We had an empty seat, unfortunately. Sat down with us. You can just tell He didn't look like your typical cigar smoker, a little young. Anyways, he starts looking around, grabs a cigar from our pile, lights it up, and starts smoking it.
Oh, yuck.
Way.
My buddy Rick got up, went to go call the manager, and said, "Look, man, this guy's back here. He just fucking took a cigar and lit it up from our ashtray." So, luckily,
God.
he kicked him out. But
No way.
yeah, so that's
new.
It's like a sloppy
Yeah.
second.
wow,
Terrible.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's not COVID friendly
Yeah.
right there.
yeah,
Wet from somebody.
Oh God.
yeah.
Ew.
Oh, that was
Yikes.
disgusting. Josh Sims, what's happening? What's happening? I'm sad he's not here, but I'm happy that he's here wearing a red knot.
That's a terrible story.
It's super terrible. Yeah,
I mean, we all love cigars, right? I mean, cigars are it's a great
Yeah.
pastime. Could you ever imagine smoking something that right there, that
Yeah.
little sugar cookie in there?
honestly, if you
It's
would
like
just,
the guy going, "You gonna finish that drink?"
oh god, yeah. If you would have just
Double
asked,
dog
"Hey, does anyone have an extra cigar?" He probably would have had 5, 6 cigars that we would have given him.
Yeah.
Not pick one from the ashtray.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
get into some cardinal
mean,
rules that are getting broken in cigar lounge etiquette. Wayne brought up the perfect cardinal rules. Don't
Yeah.
bring up politics.
No politics, no religion. You're not changing anybody's mind.
That's good. New
Just-
one, don't smoke out of the ashtray.
No, yeah, we got to
Yeah,
add that to the list.
Yeah.
What do
do
you
that.
guys think is an obscure rule that you didn't think that people break all the time? I got one for you.
Oh, I know. Bringing outside cigars.
Well, that one's easy.
Yeah.
Don't bring outside cigars, but importantly, don't put chicken wings in the ashtray.
Yeah. I'll tell you another one that's pretty common
People
is
do that?
Not people do that.
there
do that.
there are some people that
Chicken
this can activate your salivation, but some guys over salivate, so they spit in the ashtray.
No, that's
I saw that.
There was a cigar lounge in the area. Again, I won't say the name, but they had a fireplace. And there was a guy that was sitting in an end seat like where Frank's at, and the fireplace is still a good 4-footer, right? And this guy is he's spitting into the fireplace from
man.
distance.
What is wrong
from a distance.
Yeah, at least he tried, Marty.
so. Every time he spit,
if he hit it. I mean, he might have had a hanger that was coming off the
Oh no.
that's the worst for me.
that's
I'd rather talk politics, which I never do, or religion, than see someone spit
yeah.
while we're trying to enjoy.
No,
a cigar.
we had a group sitting right at this table that had about 27 chicken wings in their bowl. It's like,
Wow.
is this what you do at home? You know,
right. Yeah.
just-
As a matter of fact, yes.
yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I feel guilty putting the cellophane in the ashtray.
Oh well, then you're
Right?
what we call a good guest. Because if you're getting to that detail,
I don't
feel
wanna-
bad about that. Hey,
Yeah.
all right, good.
Chicken wing.
chicken wing.
Can't compete.
Not a chicken wing.
Wings.
Wings.
It was it was
A lot.
the bucket o chicken
And
wings.
the thing is, when that grease gets in there,
Yeah.
the amount of time it takes to get the grease out of there is
Oh, it's like a cast iron skillet. You can't clean it.
You can't clean
It
it.
just
Yeah.
gets seasoned.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so that's on the poor side. On the good side, think of an experience. What's a standout holy shit moment that happened for you guys in the lounge? It's tough for us because we have
I know.
many
Yeah.
of these, but
They're all here.
yeah, that's most of them are here. But think about what's a moment maybe that just popped out. Maybe it doesn't have to be a life changing, but what's a moment that you remember in a cigar lounge that just and for those of you who are watching, please chime in.
Yeah.
This, but what is a moment where you really went, wow, I'm about it. I like cigar lounges.
You know what? I'll start. Actually, it'll be a fresh moment. I've had many of them, but I walk in after almost 3 years, and you remember my name.
There you go.
I mean, come on.
And then you
right?
come to me and I forget your name.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just kind of part of the magic
Yeah.
of it. I mean,
That's me. I mean, I could meet anyone here. The moment they leave, it's like, fuck, what's that dude's
What
name?
was that guy's name?
And I always ask Brandon because Brandon will always know.
Well,
Yeah.
that's definitely not the case.
No.
Because don't make me known for knowing people's names. 'Cause I take
You've never
swings
let me
and miss
down.
a lot.
You've never let me down.
Big swings and miss a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, what are you thinking? Pops, what do you got over there?
God. You know, so many of the things that we do here, I think, are
Mine off.
more. I don't want. It's unfortunate that it's revolutionary, but I think the fact that we the effort that's made to make sure that customers are greeted and have an opportunity to get to meet people that are sitting in the crowd. I've been in cigar lounges where it's like sitting in the waiting room at a dentist's office.
Yep.
And nobody wants to talk to anybody. I went to the Carolinas, and I was in Charlotte and went into a shop, and it was rough. And I tried to start a conversation, and everybody was just kind of like,
Didn't want to have
shut
it.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Like
nobody
close
wanted to
circle.
talk. Yeah, it was very, very close circle. But here we could plunk somebody in the middle of that crowd over there, and then they're all talking about, their favorite whiskeys or their favorite team or whatever the case may be. You have a tech problem over there?
Yeah, it's okay. I'll get it worked out, Pops.
I just wanted to add on to that because I remember when I first walked in here, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, when I first moved here to the Frisco area.
Yeah.
And I